Halo-ween has come and gone, so it's time to take a look back at the month of October and all it held. Get ready for a ride, folks. Starting us off is In Case You Missed It. This month saw a healthy 6 videos. Starting off the month was a look at the UNSC's armory for Halo 3, followed by a breakdown of the Halo 3 ODST Oni Archives video, and then a video on the history of Reach in preparation for Halo Shadows of Reach, which had a ton of new history to add to that. With the release of Shadows of Reach, of course, came a review for the book, spoiler-free of course, and following that was a breakdown of all the new lore surrounding the Mjolnir Gen 3 platform as revealed in that book and other sources. Finally, the month wrapped up with a stream of the Halo 4 MCC flight, where I was joined by Covenant Cannon, and boy did we suck. But yeah, that's the month's video offerings. Check them out if you haven't already. Next, let's take a look at official news and releases. On the 1st of the month, the Nerf Mangler went on pre-order, and the Mega Construx Chief Helmet went on sale on the 6th. October 7th gave us another behind-the-scenes look at Halo Infinite's sound recording, this one focusing on explosions. I always love these, and if you're interested in sound at all, they can be insightful. On October 8th, we got a community update with a proper preview of Halo Infinite's armor coating system, which we'll talk a bit more about momentarily. October 15th saw the release of a preview of Halo Shadows of Reach as read by Steve Downes, which is just amazing. I wish we could get the full book read by Downes, but I'll take this. October 19th saw an interview with the one and only Grim Brother 1, aka Jeff Easterling, over on 343industries.com, and the 20th saw the release of the glory that is Halo Shadows of Reach. What a fantastic book. And on that same day, the flight for Halo 4 began. It was only a few days later, too, that a stream would be held, showing off all the features Halo 4 is launching with. And on October 22nd, we got another community update, this one going more in depth on the armor coating system, and boy did it cause a stir. So, let's take a moment and talk about this. As noted in the aforementioned article, Halo Infinite will feature a new system called coatings, which includes materials, patterns, and concerningly colors. A coating is, quote, a 7-layer shader that allows 343 to put any artist-authored color, material, or pattern into 7 channels and apply it to in-game items like weapons, armor, and vehicles. And goes on to say that coloration along with materials and patterns will now be baked into the coating, taking the place of the primary, secondary armor color options found in prior games. So in short, coatings are developer-made and cannot be altered by the player. Colors are now unlockables, and in part locked behind promotions and almost certainly microtransactions. And this includes the color of the undersuit and the visor. God fucking damn it. I don't really care that it's all but confirmed that we'll be able to apply coatings on a per armor piece basis. I don't really care that we might see some really cool patterns and color combos from this. I don't really care about the fact that there will be different materials for the armors. For me, none of that is worth the ability to directly choose my colors. And I don't believe for a second that the game couldn't have been developed in a way that would allow 343 to make a bunch of different coatings while still allowing a player to change the colors. Infinite will be a free-to-play multiplayer experience. 343 has to stuff it with microtransactions to pay for support and updates for the game to make money, especially since it's a 10-year investment. I get that. And I'm fine with microtransactions in that light. I was fine with it in Halo 5. But I'm fine with that stuff up to a point. For me, this is unreasonable. Forgive my armchair developer moment here, but there had to be a better way to approach this. Like, rather than baking all these things together, could materials and color placement be separate? And maybe those could be unlocked individually? And then maybe you could throw unique patterns on top of that? Like animated patterns and shit? I don't know, but surely there had to be a better way to approach this that could allow 343 to make these partner deals and microtransactions out the wazoo without taking away a legacy feature. And that's what's happening. We're having a feature taken away. This is basically Halo 5 all over again, but at the moment, I think I'd prefer Halo 5 system over this. That might be my hyper-reactionary nature, but as described, I mean, I'd take Halo CE over Halo Infinite in terms of armor customization. And I mean, goddamn, you still have vehicles and weapons to coat in Infinite and monetize on. Just fucking hell, 343. And yes, before anyone mentions it, I've seen Unisheck's tweets about the coding system. It doesn't change my mind. It doesn't conflict with anything I've said here so far. So please don't bring that up. I don't like what we're seeing. I'm not looking forward to this. I already had a lot of issues with the way the story was headed, with the way the game looked. And, well, a lot of the goodwill I felt towards the multiplayer, at least, is fading away. So, moving on. October 27th was the 5th anniversary of Halo 5's release and saw a fun community stream hosted by John Unisheck and Jeff Easterling. And of course, the month wrapped up with an MCC development update. This one written by community manager Sketch rather than our usual boy, Postums. The blog starts out with an interview with Chris Chase, publishing team associate producer for the MCC. The interview goes over the scope and work on the current flight, along with insight into flighting in general and how that has changed since Reach was first flighted last year. After that is an interview with senior producer Matt Hull on updates coming to MCC for the Xbox Series S and X, both stuff coming in November and beyond. And to keep things rolling, we have a third interview with design director Max Zlagor and game designer Donna Jerpak. I'm sure I butchered those names, who you may remember from previous MCC updates. This one goes into the Halo 4 MCC content coming when the game is updated, such as changes to weapon skins. On that subject specifically, they note that skins will be universally applied across all loadouts, a change from Halo 4 Classic, and will cross into non-loadout game types. It's also noted that the Champions Bundle skins will be coming to the game and added to Spartan Ops, a place they were previously unavailable. And on the subject of the Champions Bundle, as I'm sure you're aware, the armors from Halo 4's final DLC will not be in Halo 4 MCC at launch, but they are looking at it for future updates. We already know we're getting brand new armor for Halo Reach, so it's almost certain that we're going to get the Champions Bundle armors down the line. The interview goes on to talk about things like certain seasonal challenges / rewards returning, Halo 2 expanded customization, subtitles in games that don't currently support it, and more. The short version being, 343 is looking into all these possibilities. A design-focused interview with Just Max follows that, going into the work on the custom games browser, region selection and input-based matchmaking, and more, some of these features coming with the Halo 4 update while others are still down the line. And wrapping up the update is a state-of-the-game overview of active and in-development features and where they are. And from there, we wrap up the video with some community shoutouts. First up, we have a tribute to the Covenant Empire by Rohan Thomas, titled Faith. A cinematic mashup of the Covenant's history, it's familiar but distinct. Check it out on YouTube. Next is a trailer for an upcoming episodic machinima series called Halo Grimfall. The group is currently looking for talent, and contact details are in the trailer's description. The trailer itself, which looks amazing, was put together by Oliver Smart. Check out the project and the trailer's creator on YouTube. After that is a piece featuring Buck and Dare dancing while Romeo and Virgil vibe in the background. You know the music, time to follow. Check out the artist Rogue Polizei, I'm sorry if I butchered that, on Twitter. Next up is NaPalm Express with a Sangheili Poggers illustration, and it's just great. Check out NaPalm on Twitter. Following that is a video from UberNick, a fantastic YouTuber and streamer, a compilation titled Only in Halo. There are magic moments that can seemingly only happen in a game like Halo, and when you're someone like UberNick, you encounter them fairly often. Check out the hilarious compilation on YouTube, and consider subscribing. So, not long ago, a gentleman by the name of JCNGunner, active in Brazil's Halo community, reached out and asked to interview me. Never one to turn down an opportunity to spread the good word of Halo lore, I accepted. The interview is of course available on YouTube, and you can follow JCNGunner on Twitter as well. There's apparently a pretty large community in Brazil, and that certainly deserves some attention, not unlike many parts of Halo's international community. So, go show them some love. After that is a great video by one of my favorite memesters, Slipspace Entertainment. Titled Halo Joins the Battle, it's a nice Smash parody that I think you'll find has some delightful surprises. Check out the video on YouTube. Next up is a machinima titled Halo ODST, Andesia, which follows a group of ODSTs attempting to recover a Forerunner monitor from an Oni vault beneath Andesia. Check it out on YouTube. Speaking of ODSTs, we have a fantastic ODST cosplay by YaMateIan, who I have to say sounds like a fantastic bloke. Check him out on Twitter. Next we have a returning name, Gattuso, with a piece titled Standing Against the Banished, featuring several Spartans and a Sangheili, ready for action on Installation 07. I love how Vin mixes and matches armor from across Mjolnir's generations, it just ends up looking great. Check him out on Twitter. And speaking of armor, Pixelflare made a rather gorgeous rendition of Gen 3 Seeker armor. Yeah, the helmet is still ass, but damn does the body armor look great, seriously. I love this. Check out Pixelflare on Twitter. Next up is another Smash reference, a piece titled A New Challenger by Mooreshots, featuring the Chief and Samus, a classic crossover. Check it out on Twitter. Next we have a fantastic take on Halo CE's Mark V by Judd, and damn is it gorgeous. And as I was writing this, I noticed that he included the Chief's rank on the armor, a detail that we've never seen in the games as far as I can remember. You'll have to check out the post on ArtStation to see it for yourself, but damn what I'd give to see something like that in the games, both for campaign and as like an optional decal or something in multiplayer. How cool would that be? Anyway, following that is a piece by John Warix titled MIA, featuring a Spartan and ODST wandering the fields of Installation 07. Check out John on Twitter. Since the Bethesda buyout, there's been a ton of Chief X Doomslayer art, and today I'd like to shout out a piece by Dreaded Balloon with the two green-clad warriors exchanging energy weapons. Damn does it look cool. Check out Dreaded Balloon on Twitter. Next we have more toy art from a creator named Video Game Collector 117, this piece featuring Noble Team. You can check out the piece on Twitter and follow the creator on Instagram. After that, we have an awesome Grunt birthday party skull by RECEPTOR17. Check him out on Twitter. Next up is this fantastic piece with a Samurai Master Chief and kimono-clad Cortana by Turtle.of.Canada. Check him out on Instagram. Next, we have a musical piece by Alyx G titled 343 Guilty Spook, a Halo-ween-themed Halo mashup. Check out Alyx on YouTube and consider subscribing. After that, we have a fantastic Forerunner environment by Ikki, whom you can check out on Twitter. Following that is a traditional media custom Spartan by xVeranica. Check her out on Twitter. Next, we have a custom painted Nerf AR-40 by Accelerate, once again on Twitter. And following that is a great cartoonist take on Halo by Gabe Rose, which you can see on ArtStation. Our penultimate shoutout goes to Colin Perkins with a Mega Constructs Banished vs UNSC Halo chess set. Check out Colin on Twitter. And of course, we wrap this up with a scroll through the Halo community spotlights for this month, of which there were 3, 2 standard ones and a Halo-ween themed one, of course. As usual, they're packed to the brim with beautiful creations of all types from people of all levels of talent and ability. Be sure to check them out. And brief aside, we need an official Halo chess set, even if it's like just a Mega Constructs one. 343 please. But anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out all the creators featured and the Halo spotlights, all of which are linked in the description box below. Until next time, this has been Halo Canon. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and if you really love me, hit that notification bell and leave a thumbs up. These both really help out the channel. I wouldn't be where I am now without your views and support, so once again, thank you. Keep on being awesome, Canonites.